Hello. Today we're going to be talking about the iBook Author, specifically as used for iPad and Mac. So the iBook Author from Apple allows users to create books for iPad and Mac. You can customize these books from the simplest of settings, like the orientation of the book, the varieties of styles, and pre-designed page layouts that allow you to focus on the written content. The iBook Author allows you to build books by simply dragging and dropping your content to the book pane editor. iBooks can be printed by Apple, or they can be published for iPad or Mac. iPad and Mac books can support audio, video elements, and widgets that allow users to experience the content beyond the capacities of a printed book. To access iBook's Author, you simply visit the App Store and search for iBook's Author. Installation is painless, and you can begin to create a book within about 3 minutes. iBook's Author is available again for free in the Mac App Store. What it does well. iBooks allows users to use either a blank template with blank pages for full customization, or you can choose to work on the pre-designed template provided by Apple for those with no design experience. There are lots of opportunities for customization. Widgets can make the pages of the book come alive and add a level of excitement that make the book fun to explore. iBook's Author Editor is very intuitive, and Apple has made the technology accessible for people with disabilities. The book allows for voice-over technology that can read the book as well as give descriptions of widgets or media. What it does poorly. Personally, when I went to download the app, my software was not compatible with iBooks. I was prompted saying that iBooks required OS X 10.11 or later. I was going to download the newest software, Sierra, but then I read in many forums that Sierra is incompatible with the current version of iBooks. I looked in a different computer that I had downloaded different software, El Capitan, and I was able to use that computer. So these are little incongruencies, but they would make it difficult for a person to use the software. Additionally, I should mention that if you go to the Mac App Store, the ratings indicate that out of 5 stars, iBook Author only received 3 stars due to little malfunctions in the software. Sometimes people cited like crashes or difficulty uploading images. I did not have those experiences, but I thought they would be worth mentioning here. Okay, so now let's see how iBook's Author works. Again, you would come to the Mac App Store and then search for iBook Author. It is this first option that pops up, and usually you just have to click Get here and it'll start the download. I have already downloaded this app, so it now appears on the selection at the bottom of my screen. So again, you have options for pre-designed templates when you first open, or there are templates that are blank. You have options to create books that are in landscape orientation, portrait orientation, so tall, and then this EPUB option says it allows you to create interactive EPUBs that reflow to accommodate different devices and orientations. Okay, so for our purpose, let's say we're going to use one of these EPUB books, and we're going to create a book. We just want a classic simple template. So we can select that. And as you can see, this is a template with some text, title, chapter, and image selections. So again, I've just created a EPUB style book with a classic template, and I want to go through these menus to explain how they work. So as you can see, we have an image, chapter name, title, and text. Here, I have the options to look at the book title, the table of contents, which is blank because I have yet to add pages, a glossary that people can use to search for terms. And so here on the left hand corner you see this add plus sign. If you click on it, you'll have this menu that expands where you can add chapters that have photos or chapters that just include text, sections that include just text, or a section that includes photo and text. You can add copyrights, you can add the dedication and the foreword easily with this. And when you add a dedication, it goes ahead and places it. But you can reorder here in this layout area where you want things, how you want things ordered. So like if I add the copyright, you can rename these sections. Okay. Here we have the option to view this book in different ways. Here is the area where we add the multimedia rich tools. We can choose to add a gallery, for example. Let's go to this chapter. Let's say we want to add a gallery. So we would go to the widgets, add a gallery, and here we are. In this area is where I add the media and work on the widgets to further customize the book. You can preview the book before you publish. You can close that. And once you're ready, once your product is finished, you can publish your book here. Again, in this area is where you would add media using either photos, audio, or movies. And of course, since this is an Apple product, it links you to iMovie, iPhoto, and iTunes. All in all, this is a great tool. It definitely would create a very interactive experience, different from your usual book. I think I would be interested in just experimenting with this and trying to find new uses for this technology. There's so many options. It is so rich, but it's very intuitive. And again, there's some great resources online, some of which I will include in my description and tutorial so that you guys can check those out. I hope you enjoyed this review of iBook Author.